going to tell you everything. It's going to blow your mind.
It's in that October air, the horror and thrill. What's inside this particular pumpkin? When we say we have some of the best horror shows, period, lined up, we're not kidding. And although the spectrum leans more towards blood-curdling and masterfully done horror, we do have some dramas and comedies. Before we finish off the sandwich of horror with more horror. Today, we're ranking the top 10 best TV shows of 2023, the October edition. Get your candy, ready, set, and let's go!
Hell rising from 1,000 thrones.
Number 10, Goosebumps.
Oh my god! We need to talk.
Why does James smell like watermelon Jolly Ranchers?
I was just gonna say.
Some 30 years ago, Harold Biddle died, and it's still haunting a group of 5 high schoolers. You may remember Goosebumps, which dates back to the 90s. The 2023 show is a supernatural comedy horror starring Justin Long, Rachel Harris, and of course, Miles McKenna, Isa Briones, Anna Yi Puig, Zach Morris, and more. Here's why it's one of the best. It lives up to the hype, gives something new, and offers homage to the original, especially if you like the classic R.L. Stine book series. Are you ready to see these supernatural forces as they're unleashed, the parents' mysterious pasts, and the sheer havoc that gets wreaked?
It's time for them to learn the truth. Come with me.
Number 9, Chucky, Season 3.
Well, at least there's one good thing.
What's that?
Who would have thunk that we'd be watching a TV series about Chucky, aka the doll that gave us nightmares as kids, and still be as fixed on the screen as the first season, and that it would be hailed for featuring iconic LGBTQ characters? Chucky has an unquenchable thirst for power that leads him to America's first family. Let that sink in. We're now embarking on the 3rd season of the Don Mancini horror absurdist humor show. Every time, without fail, we get attached to characters before Chucky, takes care of them. While the show does bring back old characters, the roster of new actors is incredible, and the deaths are inventive.
You want to play? Let's play. But give us a clue.
I just did.
Number 8, Lessons in Chemistry.
I would like to offer you a job as the host of our cooking show.
Are you concussed?
No. You are poised to become a TV star.
Brie Larson exchanges the Captain Marvel mantle for an apron instead, and chemistry. Lessons in chemistry occur when 50 scientist Elizabeth Zott's dreams are hindered by a society that dictates she should stick to being a housewife. Instead, she takes a job as a cooking host with the intention of swaying housewives towards more than recipes. Chemistry isn't so much the focal point as it is about family, friendships, and women's rights in a time that didn't give them time.
A man wants his wife to make him a drink after a long day at work.
Why do you assume that his day was longer than hers? Why don't you make them drink?
Number 7, Wolf Like Me, Season 2.
Why are you here?
I'm here for you.
You need to stay away from me.
Josh Gad's foray out of comedy and into more intense works is even more wonderful in its 2nd season. We now have the widow Marys, played by the remarkable Isla Fisher, deep, dark secret, her lycanthropic tendencies. We now have a de facto pact in the form of Mary, Gary, and his daughter Emma. Season 2's bombshell, and how do they deal with it? Mary's pregnancy. Will the baby inherit his mother's beast? Season 2 is funnier, gutsier, and balances being relationship-centric while also being lycanthropic-centric.
Did you see these gentlemen?
Why are you asking?
Number 6, Bosch, Legacy, Season 2.
The killers followed me. They may be on you too. You still carry a gun, right?
We have to do this the right way.
You have to. I don't.
Can foes become friends even under pressure? It's Bosch's newest venture, a new chapter in his career with none other than Honey Chandler. The 2nd season is packed to the brim with action, grit, and cliffhangers. Bosch as a private investigator and his daughter Maddie as part of the police force are refreshing. The premise of Part 2 is Bosch and Chandler are working together to find a killer. Maddie's law enforcement career is at stake. And oh, did we mention that the main characters are suspects of a murder?
Anyone lays a hand on my family, and I'll kill you all.
Number 5, Lupin, Part 3.
Ça va, madame?
Vous lui ressemblez beaucoup.
Ah, l'autre, là? M'en parlez pas. Heureusement, je suis plus beau gosse que lui.
Hassan Diop, last season, was running from the cops after taking revenge on the man who framed his father. Having escaped that encounter scathed, Hassan tries to stay off the radar. Off the radar meaning pulling off an Ocean 8 and money heist-esque operation. Now, France's most wanted thief, can Omar Sy get any better? New old figures return and trusty sidekicks Bruno and Benjamin are back. Hassan heads to Paris for his most elaborate and outlandish heist yet, making himself disappear. But he might steal a jewel or two before.
C'est un gros coup, Ben. Le coup. Mais il est chaud.
Sur une échelle de 1 à 10, on est comment?
Number 4. Bodies.
There's been 3 murders on Long Harvest Lane, decades apart. The bodies are all identical.
Do you get déjà vu? In this whodunit mystery, time travel plays an explosive role with a capital T twist. Stephen Graham's cop drama miniseries has 4 different detectives across 4 different time periods in London, solving the same murder. So one moment you're in 2023, then 1941, or even all the way back to 1890. The show is an adaptation of a 2015 novel by Cy Spencer and is dedicated to his memory. It is something out of a comic book with split screens, grit, and eerie parallels.
Tell me what's going on.
The body is from the past, present, and the future.
Number 3. Our Flag Means Death, Season 2.
Come on. Give a man a warning.
That was your warning. When all goes wrong, there is also the Become a Pirate path, a choice bored aristocrat Stede Bonnet makes, despite his dramatic lack of naval and criminal experience. If that doesn't convince you, here are 2 words that will. Taika Waititi. Our Flag Means Death in its 2nd season has pirates against princes, weddings, funerals, revenge, and promotions. Will the revenge crew get their due? And will our star-crossed lovers finally get their happy ending?
You know Blackbeard's gonna murder you.
What? No, why would he do that?
You dumped him.
I didn't dump him.
He dumped you.
No, we're on a break.
Number 2. Loki Season 2.
I've been pulled through time between the past and the present.
Will the sun shine upon Loki once again? From a villain, a misunderstood one as the fandom likes to say, to a hero, anti-hero, and superhero. Loki has been through quite a journey. More notably, he's been through the multiverse. After the first season set up for the TVA, Mobius, Sylvie, and King the Conqueror's new storylines, Loki Season 2's 6 episodes had a lot to follow. Let's just say that being thrown around a room by the Hulk was a mercy compared to what Tom Hiddleston's God of Mischief goes through here.
What division are you from?
What are you talking about?
Who are you? What's your name?
Boots on the ground now, archives.
Who are you?
Before we reveal our first pick, let's look at some honorable mentions, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Fellow travelers.
Mr. Fuller, answer the question.
Elite Season 7.
Este colegio me hizo mucho daño.
¿Estás bien?
The Gilded Age Season 2.
You'll need to pick a team.
That's it. Head to head, and one will be the winner.
Rick and Morty Season 7.
What do you say, Rick? To fly through space, come upon something, maybe I have a moral objection?
Rick and Morty, we're back, baby!
Upload Season 3.
How long have you been downloaded?
26 days. So what are you doing here?
Number 1. The Fall of the House of Usher.
Your Honor, no matter how much evidence stacked against them, the Usher crime family stands stronger and darker than ever before.
There is really no escaping the red mask of death, or the unique brand of bone-chilling horror that only Edgar Allan Poe is capable of pulling off, even centuries after his death. The Fall of the House of Usher centers around siblings Roderick and Madeline Usher, corrupt heads of a pharmaceutical empire. The Fall of the House of Usher is every bit as terrifying as you'd imagine. Gory, gritty, horrifying, and even scream out loud sometimes. The horror also sneaks up on you, likely to resound in your mind late at night. How will the House of Usher and their 6 children fall? In the most gruesome, haunting ways.
And tonight is consequential.
And those are the top 10 best TV shows of 2023 October.